Hello, it's James from Finney Electrical, and on today's video we're going to be installing 4 double sockets in the customer's house, so it's dead easy, so let's get into this. Yes, we've got to the job now. We've just had a quick walk around with the customer of what they want, so we'll take you through that walk around. So then, this is the kitchen. There's a little bit that's getting done to it. There's going to be cupboards across the worktop across there, radiator under there. So they're going to have a double socket over here. So we'll come 300 from the wall and have a double socket. Got this laser level set up already. So as you can see, that's a perfect level line around the room, just to make sure that everything's going to be perfectly in line. We're going to come 300 from the edge of here for this socket. We've got that socket to remove. So they want this swapping for a double socket. So they want a double socket here. They want a double socket on this side now. So that's an addition. So we'll bang that in the middle of this unit. And then they want a double socket this side as well. So we'll bang that in the middle of there. So when you're installing these sockets in the kitchen, you have to make sure the line's 300mm past a hob top or a sink. So you can imagine if you had your hob on, it's quite hot, and you got your socket here, just over time that plastic's going to heat up and cool down, heat up and cool down, and it's just going to become very brittle over time. So that's why you need to land 300mm past. And the same again for the sink. If you're splashing about, you don't want water on your sockets, do you? So what I'm going to do is just check that they've got the gas bonding, water bonding and the RCD protection. So we'll just have a look at that now. So we'll have a look for the water bonding. It's now in the back of the kitchen sink or downstairs toilet, something like that. So as you can see, it's in. So we've got a 10mm cable there, we'll just give it a good tug. We've got a bonding label. So these are supposed to land within 600mm of the stop tap and before any T's. So this lands after the T. So it's in the wrong position, but it's still in, so it still passes. So we'll just have a look for the gas now. So we've just popped into the garage now. This is the gas pipe. So they've got the gas bonding in with the label. That's nice and secure, that's nice and fixed. So this is supposed to land within 600mm as it enters the house. So if you look here, 600mm around about here. So again, they've put it in the wrong place. However, because it's on the pipe, it still passes. So we'll look for the RCD protection now. So if you look here, the cookers are RCD protected, all the sockets are RCD protected. It's just the lights which aren't RCD protected. So everything's RCD protected that we're working on, so that's good. So what we'll do now is get the sockets marked out and get his routes in. So let's crack on with this. Now that's chopped out, we can get this fitted. So that fits in perfectly there. So we've got to get that in, get his wings popped out and push back. So that's perfectly fitted. So we'll get this chopped out, ready for cabling. So for this socket, it's on an outside wall. So we're going to use a metal back box to fix the breeze block. So we've chopped that out and that fits in perfectly. So we'll get this fixed in line with the lugs, so then the socket's level. We'll get this socket over here marked out and chopped out now. So that's another one chopped out. Beautiful. You put 2 lumps of coffee in my coffee? Yeah. I've never noticed. No, it's strong.
You always say it's nice.
Never seen that in my life. 2 weeks of coffee.
It's nice.
Right then, so we're going to wire up these sockets now. So we've got socket going in there, socket going in there. This is going to stay and that's getting removed. So what we're going to do, if you look in here, get a bit closer. So if you look in there, we've got 2 cables coming in as part of the ring. So what we're going to do is take one of those cables and we're going to extend the ring. So we'll take one of the old cables, we're going to attach it onto one of these and send it this way to this socket. And from that socket we'll go from this socket to this one over here. And then from here we'll come back. Now the cable coming back is going to connect into this socket with the old cable. So if you look here, the wall's kind of made up in these kind of segments. So we're trying to bust through these segments to get a cable across to there. So what we'll do is use a rod that's really stiff, so that'll kind of break through, and then we can tie our cable, which is a bit floppy, onto that, and we'll get us cable through. Now that's on tape, so we're just going to get this box in now. So it's feed through nicely. That pushes back, and then these wings just literally just push to the side, pull forward. If you're struggling to pull them forward, you can just get a little flat, little 4mm driver, and just pull them forward. That's perfect now. Because we cut it slightly wider, it's quite a lot of play, so you can get it perfectly level.
I know how fast you actually are at it, slow.
So Hayden's challenged me to a socket race to see who can wire it the quickest. So this is Hayden's socket over there, this is my socket over here. So we're going to strip it, we'll get the sleeving on, we'll get the socket wired, screw back, levelled. So it might be the first one to level. Wheels. 10 seconds.
10 seconds, no, just do it equal. Same time. 3.
Oh.
2. What speed were you working at then?
About half speed.
Half speed?
Nah, just steady. So Hayden's still going. So I think I'm the winner. How do you feel, mate, with your loss?
Oh, not too bad. At least I couldn't take cable out of the meeting.
So I better check it. What about?
I am.
Let me check.
I did it.
I don't have to look. I don't have to look then, do I? Yeah, go on.
What's it called?
I will leave you watching Hayden so I can fix this. Right then, so we're just going to disconnect this socket now. Right, so we've taken the box out of the wall, I'm going to replace it with a new back box. What we're going to do is extend the ring. So you've got two sides of a ring here. So a ring is basically, when you wire the sockets up, you go from the fuse board to every socket and back. So you essentially have two cables at every point. So what we're going to do is split the ring. So we're going to split it like that. One's going to tap onto this, which goes to that one. Which then, that cable goes from there to this one. And from here it comes back. So essentially we're going to attach that cable onto here, that cable onto here. And that way you've extended your ring. Right, they're finished now. So we've got us 3 sockets in. So that's first socket. Second socket, third socket, so they're perfectly level. So if this ever gets tiled, it's going to look bang on. Then over here we've just got a socket to put in there, we've got a socket to put there, we've got a socket to put there. So we'll do these, we'll probably bob this in, then get some lunch, and then we'll bob onto this later on. So I've asked Hayden to reset the RCD, but I don't think he knows the trick with these type of RCDs. What's up?
I tripped and then I pushed it down and now it won't go back up.
Let's have a look. What have we done?
I don't know.
You want to reset the RCD? Do you want to turn it back on? Hey!
Not weird. Right, we're on there. I think we're there.
Yeah, you watch him with these RCDs. When it trips, it goes into this middle position.
Yeah.
If you flick it up, don't do out. You've got to flick it down, then back up.
Yeah.
There you go, that's the trick with them. Right, then the next bit of install, we'll get a cable from over yon over to this socket here. we've got this socket in now, we've got that socket in, we've got that one in, and that one in. So after lunch we'll bob that one in and that socket there. It's that time again. Hee. Cheese bean toasty. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that cheesy beanie goodness. How's yours, Hayden? What have you got? Jacket potato, look at that. Beautiful. That's that one in now, so we've wired that up and got that in. So what Hayden's going to do now is just take a zip out here where we know there's a wooden joist, and then we're going to rod again over to this one, get his cables in, and then we can do his last connection and get those two sockets powered up. What have you done? It's more rod. Look at it.
If you'd have seen what happened, you'd have just laughed, but it was so unlucky.
What do you mean it was unlucky? Go on, explain yourself.
And the thing were in the wall like that, and I pushed it as high up as I could, so it didn't thing, and I was drilling, and it just popped down. And I've drilled into it, and it just started tangling up with the drill, and it was spinning around it. Oh, and I was like,
were you trying to drill the joist out?
I was drilling the joist out, and I pushed this up so it wouldn't fall back down, and it just flicked back down as I was drilling. It just started tangling up with it.
You're mad, Dad.
I was like, oh no. I just accepted it because I knew.
You say you just carried on drilling?
No. It was just like I didn't realise what it was at first. I was like, why is there a piece of string in my work? It looks like string.
Oh, it's fibre glass.
So like,
but they are fiberglass rods. So let's get a new one of them. Right then, we're all done down here. So hopefully you liked Hayden's walkthrough. He was very happy to see the sockets completed. So we've got the 4 sockets originally completed, and then the customer ordered another 2, so we've got them done for him. It's looking really good, everything's perfectly laser levelled off. The customer's dead happy, he can plug his appliances in around the kitchen. He can get his toaster in the corner, his coffee machine in the other corner. He can set it up how he wants, it's going to look brilliant. So that's us done for today. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when we're next uploading. I'm James from Finney Electrical, this is Hayden from Finney Electrical. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.